Lorry park, obviously, lorries, and just the sheer, no one's really about, is there? It's all quiet. During the day, yeah, but on a night,
It's desolate, it's
yeah,
isolated.
no one about. I wouldn't come over here by myself. No way. I'd come with another working lass. Because I've walked over here by myself before and it's been pitch black, and I've just thought, fuck, no one can see me, or I'm not with no one. Do you know what I mean? And you don't really know them, and they could do anything in them lorries, couldn't they, really? Do you know what I mean? So I didn't really. I always made sure that I come over with someone, me, like another working lass, keep an eye on each other. I'd never come over by myself.
For me, because I've been doing it that long, it's now if I walk the streets now, I'm terrified. But then it was just, you get yourself in that frame of mind where you blank it out, you're used to it, it's just normal, that's what you do. It's like, once you start getting ready, you just change, your mind changes, it just goes into like automatic. So, when you get in one wagon, I always look to see what firm that wagon was from. Just, I don't know if that was because I'd been attacked and raped or not, that was just automatic. It was just automatic. Just looking to see what...
Check it out, you mean?
No, just what firm that was. So if anything happened to me in there, and I knew what firm that wagon was from, so I'd hang on that wagon, there was someone from that firm there. He must have heard it, he must have heard me screaming, he must have heard something.
She did used to get, and a couple of lasses used to get tortured.
Because she was on the gear, she was...
They just give them, and they'd be straight down the bra or down the, even the lads.
Like the stand on.
Look at them,
Yeah, but you got battered one night.
Oh yeah, I got battered one night, yeah, by Carl. Yeah, for my money and for my gear.
Yeah.
I did try and fight him back, yeah, but...
And what happened?
I got fucking braid with a big stick, 2 lads, and proper knocked out nearly and everything. I had all scars on my head and that, all staples and that, all bruises on my back, fucking everywhere. I tried to put up a good fight, but in the end I dropped the gear because I'd lost consciousness. And then they just, all it was two tenner bags, all it was 2 tenner bags. 20 quid, do you know what I mean? All that for 20 quid. Just knocking fuck out of me. And even... You've got broken mirrors, you've got bits of something obviously been in a loft. It's basically a back alley. It's a back alley that you can get into both ways. This is where I mainly come because you can get in the top end and you can get in the bottom end. So we'd normally meet about here because you can see both ends then. There used to be loads of condoms on the floor around here, but there isn't no more, is there? But this used to be like a particular good spot, man. Especially if you're doing walkers who were walking about, you know, people who were not in cars. Pretty gruesome, isn't it? But it was quite safe for us because then you can see anyone coming from any direction, really. You just come do your business and then that'd be it. You go one way and the punter will go the other way. But it's like a sort of a bit of a safe place because you can see if anyone comes that way or that way. And it's safe for the punter because if he comes in that way, no one has seen him with me. Do you know what I mean? And this is quite a, you know, on a night arm, obviously you can't see as much, but you either stand there or you'll stand there. If it's darker, you'll normally stand there and then you can see both areas. But if not, you'd normally just stand there. If it was a bit lighter, you'd stand there. When I get in a car, I do like a bit of a risk assessment. You can say, I will get in a car and I will start talking. You know, I'll say, oh, you're married, have you got kids? And, you know, and if I don't get any response back, like there's one time when this guy was just looking at me with his peas and blue eyes and he just wouldn't talk to me. So I asked him to stop the car and could I get out because I just felt totally uncomfortable. I think you need a bit of banter to sort of relax yourself, and I think that's you doing like a risk assessment on them, you know what I mean? Like doing a risk assessment on them. But when you're outside, it's just more like And a lot of drunken people come from the town area will walk down Southfield Road, and this is where they'll bring you. You know, there's other places, other alleyways. They have blocked a lot of them off, but this is one that's, you know, it's been open for ages, this alleyway.
Well, I stand here for hours until somebody picks me up. It's basically all it is. People drive past. We got harassed off the place and kids shout stuff. That's why I've walked around, because I've had kids shouting. It can be dangerous. I've been attacked and left in the middle of nowhere, chucked out of cars at 80 miles an hour, raped, gang raped, held hostage, beaten up, stabbed. Do it for the money. It's a risk of the job. That's it. That's all you can. Everybody who comes out here knows that's a risk of the job, and if you don't, then you're stupid. You shouldn't be out here. You know what I mean? If you think it's going to be all hunky-dory and money's just going to float by, it doesn't. It's hard work and it's dangerous. My makeup done, my hair, my clothes. You know, like I have my clothes, I'm skirt and that on, shoes. That's me ready, and then I walk down. It takes me about an hour. I get here, I stand on the corner, and then it's just a waiting game till see if somebody picks up. Then get punters pick you up. You do the business, you know what I mean.
And where do you go? Do you do it
I take them over Wicks or I go to my house. Do you know what I mean? But sometimes I'd rather go to my house, because when you're out in the middle of nowhere, if out happens, there's no one about. And sometimes if I say, they'll follow you, but they don't turn up half the time. Do you know what I mean? So you can't trust them on coming if anything happens. And half the time they're not really interested if anything does happen. Do you know what I mean? I got attacked and left out in the middle of nowhere. And when I called the police, they went, "Oh, don't worry, it's not that serious. She hasn't been raped." You know what I mean? That's the kind of response you get off them. Well, some of them are all right, but a lot of them really don't want you here. And rather you went somewhere else, as long as it's not in where they work, so they don't have to do the paperwork.
And what time will you be here now till tonight?
Till I get my money, it depends. I like to be home before 10 o'clock if I can help it, because after then you get the drunks, you know what I mean, you get the idiots. But usually I'm here for 7 o'clock and I'm home before 10 o'clock.
And how much money would you like to be getting?
I want to get 60 quid tonight, but it can range from nothing to hundreds. It all depends. Like yesterday I did 200 quid. Today I've done 90 quid already, and I want to get one more before I go.
So how many is 60 quid?
2, sometimes 1, depends. It's 60 quid for half an hour, £30 sex, sometimes 3, £20 double, do you know what I mean? So it depends, it could be anywhere 3, 2 to 1, depending on the punter.
And do you have like regular people?
Yeah, I have people who come to me all the time, that's what I mean. That's why I've made a good bit today, because earlier on one of my regulars come, and I got 60 off him, and I've got 30 quid in my bag now, and I just want one more before I go. Get another one for 20, 30, and that's me done. So, I don't know what else.
Just tell us a little bit about anything. How would you describe yourself?
I'm kind and I'm nice and sometimes stupid. I don't know. They'll tell you I'm dumb.
What things do you like to do?
I like reading and learning, and I like all sorts. Helping people, that's my problem though. I help people and it gets me into trouble.
What was the last thing that you read?
The last book I read was Mass Murderers. I'm into all that, and FBI stuff, unsolved crimes and stuff like that, and I like stuff on history. I'm reading a book about the Saxons at the moment at home, so got that on beside the bed. Got it from the charity shop. So I get most of my books from. They're too expensive from anywhere else, and I can't go to the library because I owe them a fortune. I'm not taking the book back.
Thank you.
That's all right, darling.